What's the date today? The 28th of December. On the 10th of January, a brand new Master Duel ban list will be implemented, and this is what it is. We're going to react together, see what we think about stuff. A lot of stuff I don't know that much about because I don't play TCG or OCG or anything like that, so it's new to me. I just know of things. So let's react. So this goes in unlimited, so it's like unlisted, and then it goes like the lesser banished band, and then it right to the bottom. So we'll just go in order. So the first things first, 3 cards have been made unlimited, which are the Dragon Rulers, the one of Boulders, Waterfalls, and Storms. Now, I never played during the Dragon Ruler meta or anything like that, so this is all new to me. Why were these cards good, and why is it that they all had to be put to 1 and stuff? So, if this card in your hand or if this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can banish a total of 2 Earth and/or Dragon monsters from your hand and/or graveyard, except this card, special summons cards. I assume they all have that, but for their attributes: 2 Water and/or Dragons, 2 Wind. Is it just from your graveyard? Banish a total of 2 from your hand and/or graveyard. Special summon this card. Okay, so an easy way to summon a 1600 attack, 3000 defense, 2600 attack, 2000 defense, 2400 attack, 2200 defense, and they're level 7, level 7, level 7. So get some good rank 7s in there. During your opponent's end phase, if this card was special summoned, return it to the hand. You can discard this card and 1 Earth monster to the graveyard to target 1 monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. So do people tend to go for that effect instead of the other one? This card is banished. You can add 1 Earth Dragon type monster from your deck to your hand. Oh, okay, I see the appeal then. It does a lot. It can special summon itself if you've got nothing else in your hand. You can discard this card and an Earth monster to the graveyard to bring a decent monster back. So, like, what would be the best Earth monster you can bring back? What would be the best Water monster you can bring back? And then you could bring a Bronze de Fleur back with Tempest, I guess. Or does it have to be a dragon? Oh, no, they've got different effects. During opponent's end phase, if you control this special summon card into the hand, this card is banished. You can add... Oh, this one didn't have that ability. This card is banished. You can add 1 Wind monster from your deck to your hand. You can discard this card and 1 Water monster from your graveyard. Send 1 more. Send 1 monster from your deck to the graveyard. Oh, they've got different... They've got unique effects. So you special summon 1 monster from the grave. You can mill any card from your deck to the grave. That's quite good. And what's your unique ability? So this card, add 1... You can manage this to 2 and... During your opponent's end phase. So this one doesn't have a unique ability. Or am I just not seeing it properly? This guy's banished. You can add a Wind Dragon monster from your deck to your hand. Don't they all have that one? This guy's banished. You can add a Water Dragon type monster from your deck to your hand. Huh. Redox is the worst monster of all, basically. Make a Dragon Ruler deck for January. Unfortunately, I already know what I'm playing for Jan. And it rhymes with roids. In fact, it is roids. Okay, so what else have we got? We've got Speed Roid Terratop and Predaplant Orphis Scorpio. Terratop going from 1 to 3 and Orphis Scorpio going from 2 to 3. I know this card. This is like really easy to summon. You just special summon if you have no monster on your side of the field. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can add 1 Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand, except Speedroid Terratop. I mean, you don't really see Speedroids very often, do you? But I guess this is like a splashable-ish card in like other decks. Like if you just needed a level 3 monster, really easy to get onto the field. I'm sure there's something else. You could probably search another of itself, maybe? Except Speed... No, you can't search itself. Okay. It's a good card. But not so broken. We care about it going 2-3. This is actually kind of good for me. I'd like to play Predaplant at some point in the future. So, Orphis Scorpio is the fusion one. If this guy's normal or special summon, you can send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard. Special summon 1 Predaplant monster from your deck. You can use effects. Okay, so normal summon this, dump something in your hand to the graveyard. Special summon the one that lets you fuse or something. So I guess there's different ones you can go for there. So that's okay. Sword Soul Strategist, long one, going from 2 to 3. I mean, when I think of this card, it's always making a Bronze de Fleur, a Chen Ying. What's What's the other one? The one that does 1200 damage and you banish like a spell and a monster. I guess it's fine. Sword Soul isn't anywhere near as good as it used to be. I am still afraid of Protoss. Like, I think Protoss is a scary monster. Like, it's a floodgate monster in the deck, but other than that, I think it's fine. Oh, that was called Evil Long One. Okay. So, in terms of all that, that's all fine to me. I'm curious to see what this will be like. So, those were the unhits. And now we're going to the semi-limit. There's only one semi-limit. Spoilers there. It's Pretty Memory. This is the one that I think people said was kind of weird. It was a weird thing to hit. I think due to the fact that their boss monster can be very, very strong, so that your monsters can't deal with it with battle, and the fact that it can make itself nigh unkillable by everything apart from a kaiju, I'm actually kind of fine with it getting hit a little bit. I know it's not probably the most meta deck at the moment or anything like that, but I mean, they're going to get more support in the future, so I don't mind their consistency hit a little bit. Kind of fine for me. They hit Delicious in the same list, yeah. You can send one of a card you control to the graveyard, target one card your opponent controls, attach it to this card as a material. I guess I don't really want my monsters being attached to their card as a material, so it's kind of fine. Kashtira Fenrir. Now, for me personally, I think this is fine. It is kind of annoying every single deck playing Kashtira Fenrir. Like, even me, I'm putting Kashtira Fenrir, 2 of it in every single one of my decks because it's just such a good card. Special summon it for free. Activate its effect to get another one in case that first one goes away. Your opponent does anything. You don't just banish their monster, you banish it face down. It's like gone from the game then. And it's just decent stats as well. And it's a level 7, which worked really well with the Gate Guardians. This going to 1 is fine for me, but I guess if you're an actual Kashtira player, that's kind of sucky, innit? It's like, it's a shame Master Duel can't do, like, effect nerfs exclusive to the game. Like, just quickly tack onto this. If you control no monster express this card, you can use the effect of the following effects. During your main phase, you can add one Kashtira monster from your deck to your hand, except Kashtira Fenrir. And then I feel like it'd be a little bit more manageable, you know? Well, it wouldn't be as toxic. It's banned in the OCG, though, so... yeah, I'm fine with that at 1. Oh, this is beautiful. This is probably my favorite thing that they've done. They've took the sledgehammer to floodgates, basically. I don't know if this is in response to anything that happened, like when there was some Master Duel tournaments on and stuff. Or probably the Duelist Cup probably had something to do with it. The amount of floodgatey stun decks in there. But Inspector Border sucks ass. This is this effect, by the way. I don't even know what this does, but can it be normal summon or special summon if you control a monster? Neither player can activate monster effects unless the number of monster effects that player has previously activated that turn is less than the number of monster card types currently on the field, which will fusion succeed Pendulum and Link. If its effects activation was negated, it still counts towards the total of that turn. Only count effects that were activated while this monster was face up on the field. It's so stupid. Like, you have to have multiple different types of monsters on the field, Fusion Synchro Exceeds, to be able to make your effects. And then, like, even if you get something to get rid of this monster, and they haven't replaced it with another one or anything like that, you play the Regeki, they're going to have a Solemn Judgment face down to just ruin your day. So that normally is what happens to your draw the out. So this going down to 1 is a massive thumbs up. I kind of hoped they'd put Fossil Diner Pachycephalo at 1 as well, because I don't really like that. I know that's only got 1,000 attack points. It's not as obnoxious as this card, but I'm happy for them to put... They could have banned all the barrier statues as well. I would have kind of liked that. Ban all the barrier statues and put every single floodgate monster down to 1. Why not? Who cares? There can be only 1 at 1. It fits the meme. It's beautiful. There should be only 1 of there can be only 1. It's a naughty card. Each player can only control 1 monster of each type. So if you're playing a diverse deck, it doesn't really hurt you too much. But if you're playing like a mono type deck, I can't think of an example of that right now. Dark World, you can only have 1 monster on the field at a time. Like, what are you supposed to do? And the sucky thing about this card as well is that really weird ruling where, let's just say I have 2 types of monster on the field. I have a Fiend monster and a Spellcaster monster. One's a level 6 and one's a level 2. And one of them's a tuner. I'm pretty sure, I can't tune those away and summon a new monster if it is one of those 2 types. Is that correct? Because though I am taking those monsters off the field to replace them with a monster, it still thinks I can't, because there's a monster on the field, I can't replace it kind of thing. You have to get rid of them to replace it. That's right? Yeah. It's the same thing if I had like a Cyber Dragon in my hand and a Cyber Core in my field. I can't tribute my Cyber Dragon Core to normal summon the Cyber Dragon. Even though I'm replacing the monster to meet the criteria, I have to set that monster face down to make it as if there's no cyber machine monsters. It's so wacky, yeah. So screw that card. That can go to 1. Rune Destruction at 1. It's just Runic Stun. That's kind of ruined everything. So I'm actually fine with this. They've had their field spell go down to 1. Runic Destruction to 1. I think they've had a couple other cards, like semi-limited. But I don't like playing against Runic, so I'm absolutely fine with this. I'm happy with that. I don't like Runic very much. I don't like their deck me out by whatever means with all their floodgates. It's just the floodgate version that's ruined it. I don't mind the sprite version as much. It's fine. Right, so these are cards now. Oh no, yeah, some more going down to 1. Pot of Desire down to 1. That's like nearly every single Potov card at 1 now, so that's fine. I mean, this is the one that's like the biggest risk, right? This is the one that just banishes 10 random cards from your deck face down. But I mean, if you get the cards you need, you get the cards you need. Cards Coliseum from 3 to 1. Damn. This is the less toxic version of There Can Be Only One. So if your opponent has 1 monster on the field, you can't exceed them in the amount of monsters you have. But unlike There Can Be Only One, you can replace your monsters. So if I had Cyber Dragon Core, I could tribute it to summon another monster on it because it's still the same number or something. So it's fine. Yeah, put it down to 1. That's great. Kashtira Birth. This is one that I don't understand. I'm okay with it because there's like so much recursion. Kashtira Birth gets them. Because like it works from, what is it, Graveyard and Banish Zone. So like if I'm called by the graving something in the graveyard, they can just bring that back. So I mean, I'm fine with it going to 1, but the TCG and OCG have it at 3 each. So I think for a Kashtira player, they would find this as a bit of a wacky thing to hit. Like, why hit this? Why is this the card out the entire deck? Like, though I really don't like the Kashtira like end goal, specifically the Arise Heart Floodgate ability, which I find really horrible, and the it doesn't happen as often anymore, but the fact that their Shangri-Ira can shut down every single one of my zones, I don't really like that, but they can have this taken away. I'm fine with that. I mean, it's kind of cool. Birth to 1 means they have to pick between Birth and Theosis more often. Okay. Their bosses hit in the other formats. Yeah. That's banned in the TCG. I didn't notice. Pot of Duality. I just see this as like a Floowandereeze hit. Like, there's so many, like, Floowandereeze-like hits, really, isn't there? I don't know. I kind of see it like that. But, I guess this is just to counter more stun floodgatey decks. Decks that don't care about the extra deck tend to be decks that play a lot of, like, floodgates, unfortunately. So Pot of Duality going to 1 is fine. I mean, this card restricts you from special summoning, but then you're playing this in a deck that doesn't really care. So it's gone from 2 to 1. So all the Potov cards are at 1 now. That's fine. Delicious Memory is probably the one that did have to get hit. Yeah, it's at 1 at Master Duel, 1 in TCG, and 2 in OCG. So this makes sense. Which is this one? This is the one that gains 300 attack defense for each material attached to it. So that's good. Does Pirelli Noir gain attack points without Delicious Memory being attached to it? Or is this the thing that actually lets Noir gain attack points? Because if that's the case, that's actually kind of cool. I quite like that. Yeah. Hitting the consistency. Another Floodgate gone. I didn't see Synchro Zone very often. I saw it probably every now and then. Not even that much, actually. Probably every now and then. Not even every now and then. But putting that to 1 as well. Just another Floodgate. Put all the Floodgates to 1. I don't even know if there's any more Floodgate-like cards left. No, it needs Delicious. Okay. No Delicious, no Noir. Delicious is how they get bigger and makes Noir easiest. Ah. Okay, okay. Black Dragon, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you for the 22 months. Appreciate that. Oh, there's actual bans. Oh, okay. So cards to be banned. Right. I haven't played Super Heavy Samurai. I hear they get really, really good soon. So this is interesting. Super Heavy Samurai Soulbreaker Armor. This allows an FTK. This prevents the easy Super Heavy Samurai FTK. Yes. So why? You can target one Super Heavy Samurai monster you control. Equip this monster from your hand or your side of the field to that target. It loses 1,000 defense. Also, it can be destroyed by battle. This guy's in your graveyard. It can banish all Super Heavy Samurai Swords Soulbreaker Armors from your grave. Target one Super Heavy Samurai monster on the field whose current defense is lower than its original defense. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to the difference between its current and original defense. Okay, I can kind of see how that would work. So what, like I have a 3,000 defense point monster. I reduce its defense by 1,000. And then I do that effect, I can do 1,000 damage. Is there more ways of reducing it more or something? Okay, that makes sense. I get it. Demise being gone makes Asphys all but dead. Not consistent enough though. Yeah, Card of Demise. I'm fine with this. I associate Card of Demise with either wacky decks that have like that do the wacky plays, you know, like the kind of decks that get out every single one of the ace monsters from every generation. Then they all get taken off the field, and then you summon all 5 pieces of Exodion, yours. I don't know, I just always associate people that play Card of Demise in that. Or, obviously, like, stun decks. This isn't a stun hit, and I'm absolutely fine with it. Card of Demise is broken in the anime, by the way. Ironically, it's still very good in the TCG and OCG. Draw until you have 3 cards in your hand, also for the rest of this turn. If this card resolves, your opponent takes no damage. During the end phase of this turn, send your entire hand to the graveyard. You just use your hand up by then. In the anime, Card of Demise's effect is, I think you draw 6 cards, or you draw until you have 6 cards, and then you get like, is it 3 turns or 6 turns or something to use all the cards in your hand, or else you discard your hand. It's way too strong there. White, oh no, sorry, I thought it was the dark one that went. White Dragon Wyvern Buster is banned. Woofed. Luckily, I got to play Blue Eyes Dragon Link before everything started getting hit, but oh dear. So if you don't know, you say you've got the Dark Collapse Serpent in your hand. You banish this from your graveyard, and then this comes back into your deck, I think it is. And then if this is sent to the graveyard, it gets you the Collapse Serpent. If the Collapse Serpent is sent to the graveyard, you get the Wyvern Buster. So it's sort of like, they're really symbiotic together. So they're basically just banished Collapse Serpent's brother. It's very sad. Yeah, you banish 1 dark monster from your graveyard. You banish Collapse Serpent. You can only special summon White Dragon Wyvern Buster once per turn this way. This guy is sent from the field to the graveyard. You can add 1 Black Dragon Collapse Serpent from your deck to your hand. And then you use the one that's limited to 2. It's like a spell. You can discard something, and then if there's something banished, you can put that back into the deck to draw a card or something, and you normally put this back in. This I'm happy with. I don't really like this card. This card does a lot. It doesn't do anything on itself, but like the fact that you get this level 8 out really easily, and you start adding stuff to it, its search is doing so much. This guy's Synchro Summon, excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. If you do, you can add 1 excavated light or dark monster to your hand. Also, send the remaining cards to the graveyard, which already you're getting something out of it, and then you're putting more stuff in the graveyard that's going to help you out later. Like, that's good enough. You can banish 1 light and 1 dark monster from your hand or graveyard, except this card. Special summon this card from your graveyard, but banish it when it leaves the field. Yeah, it does deserve to go. It's banned in the TCG, banned in the OCG. Might as well be banned in Master Duel. You're at 1 in the TCG. And is that the ban list? Yeah. That is a big ban list. How many cards got hit? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. If they'd have hit 4 more cards, it'd have been 25 cards hit for the 25th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! But never mind. Yeah, I support all of these decisions. I'm absolutely fine with all of them. Is there anything else I'm going to hit? I think somebody said this before. Vanquish Soul. I guess they probably should have something hit just a time. I don't know how good they're doing at the moment, but I think they should be hit a little tiny bit, and I think the only reason they didn't get hit is because they're so new. I think they just need a little tiny slap on the wrists, but nothing dramatic, because they're not too bad. Is there anything else you would have liked having hit Borga, maybe? The hit versus BY, only one. I think we still got hit with Fenrir hit. Okay. As well as Desire. Fenrir and the Chameleon 1 are hit versus... Oh, okay. I see them more as a generic floodgatey thing, but yeah. I didn't realize Vanquish were playing There Can Be Only One. To be honest with you, I never noticed. I don't think I played much Vanquish Soul that was playing There Can Be Only One. In fact, can I check that out now? So let me just go off this. So if I go to ranked, you're going to see how many losses I've had today. I do apologize in advance. I lost a lot. 4. And another 4. Actually, I need to know which decks are Vanquish Soul in order to do this. Kashtira. Ah, that upset me to lose against that. Trap Tricks. Kashtira. God, how much Kashtira do I play? Oh, that annoyed me that I lost that one. I Maxi first turn. And they had an Ash Blossom. Oh, yeah, you're right. I never noticed. Yeah, double vent Fenrir, and there can be only one. Touche, chat. Touche. I never noticed. I guess it makes sense, though. Worm, Dragon, Machine, Psychic, Dragon, Warrior, Beast Warrior. Oh, yeah, they got the variety of the Spice of Life on there. You reach Master Rank with Gate Guardian Sam. Very nice. Thank you very much. Fenrir at 1 stops the Earth to Hand in Vanquish Soul. Oh, yeah, that's true. 1 less search. Very nice. So let's just have a look at some of these other decks. So this was a branded deck that I went against. Branded didn't get hit in any way, shape, or form, did it? No. They could have banned this. I wouldn't have minded. Do we really need a Gimmick Puppet Nightmare in this game? Do Gimmick Puppet players care? No. I wouldn't mind a little ban on that. Get it out of here. I've been hit there. Woofed. Ignore that one. So what's been hitting you? So Fenrir gone. That's gone down to 1 now. And Birth to 1 as well. So this deck would need to replace 3 cards. Those are weird ratios. 1 Droll, 2 Maxi, 2 Ash. I guess it's just to get enough of the cross out. Yeah, I guess they're playing for cross out here. Anything about the new Banlist changes? Overall, I'm happy with them. I like that they're hitting all the floodgates so much as well, because it's just not healthy in a best-of-1 format. There's nothing more demotivating than, like, you go to start your turn and your opponent flips up a card that basically says, you can't play the game until you specifically deal with this card. And you just say, well, just draw your Harpy's Featherduster. Well, it's the only card in there. Well, you should have played more back row removal. Okay, I'll put in triple Cosmic Cyclone, this. And then the next duel you go against, it's a special summon heavy floodgate building deck that uses no back row at all. And they're like, well, you've got too much back row removal in there. Back row removals. So it's just like, damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. But I'm quite excited because when the ban list comes, I can decraft one of my Fenrir. So that's 30 crafting material. Oh, all the pot-off cards are super rare. Never noticed. What else is gone? What else can I decraft? Oh, Magical Dragon. So that's 60 you are. And there's one more card that's been hit that I actually own. Can anyone remember what it was? Heavy Storm is now only in OCG. I saw. That's really cool. The TCG ban list. Oh, we can't even look at it, can we? Filter. Is it even in the game? Forbidden. Ah, there it is. That is now legal in wait until the time frame. Yeah. I'll make sure I get my my money's worth. So the reason, people like heavy Harpies Feather Dusters in the game. Why would you want to play Heavy Storm? It destroys your cards. I think the biggest appeal of Heavy Storm is that it can destroy your cards. Like if you've got something detrimental on your field, it's kind of good. Or I don't really know what you'd best be used for a Heavy Storm. Just notice that you are as well. I wonder if I'd play this. Unchained. Oh, that's a good point. You play Dark Hole and Heavy Storm. Dark Hole, all your monsters trigger their effects. Pop your own prisons. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of cards nowadays that just have graveyard effects as well. See, I was thinking about, like, removing lingering effects on your field that you don't like. But, yeah, you can just do that, can't you? That's pretty good. I guess you could make evenly matched live. Like, say this deck, for example, my thing. If I've got evenly matched in my hand, my opponent has a full field but no negates. But I foolishly have a field spell, so my evenly won't work unless I set it, but I know I'm going to lose. I guess I could Harpy's Feather Dust on my own field spell. And then my evenly matched is live, and also at the same time, I guess Imperm is as well. Kind of nice. The graveyard is not the end for cards anymore. No. Even Banished isn't the end for cards. What is this on the ban list in the TCG and OCG? Is this a 3, 2, or 1? What other Floodgate stuff? It's a shame you can't just search Floodgate. Lingering Floodgate-like effects. Search. It's banned? Banned in TCG. Not that I'm going against Protoss all the time, but... Oh, is Vanity still in the game at 3? Not that I'm going against Vanity very often. Vanity's Fiend. Can't be special summon. Never play special. How many monsters can stop people from special summon? It's insane. Cannot be special summon. Your opponent cannot special summon monsters. Never play special summon monsters. Woofed. Need to all get hit. Get it all out of him. Every Floodgate to 1. So I don't have to think about it anymore. So I know I've only got to deal with 1 Floodgate at a time. And then we're good. I have this in Royal Finish. Is that a real card? It's not a real card. Alright. Well, we've done the ban lists. Swamp Deity. We ban Maxi. Maxi will be the 10th anniversary of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, 10 years in. Is when they'll ban Maxi. Why not? But they'll probably have come out with Maxi 2, Electric Boogaloo.